to the Real Spill, where we spill the tea. I'm Rachel James, and today I have a special guest with me. For today's segment, I have Jamie Hickman II. He's a 20-year-old entrepreneur that is doing great and big things. He's going to tell us about his journey and give us a little bit of information and tea about his businesses. Thank you so much for joining me on my show today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Give us your background. Just give us all the tea.
All right. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Only child, and I was brought up on entrepreneurship and credit. So credit was on my mom's side, and entrepreneurship was on my dad's side. He did a whole lot of endeavors growing up, and my mom always was on him about wasting money. So she always kept me in line with the money, and he always kept my mind in line with purchasing assets.
Got you. So, who would you say really got you in the mindset of being an entrepreneur? Your mom or your dad?
I'm gonna say my dad, based on all his endeavors. He never knew the systems and processes to make it go farther, but he did lay that foundation for me to think bigger. That's
good. Is there anything else we should know about Big CEO Jamie Hickman II?
Nah, ain't that really to it other than executing. Nothing really special.
What pushes you to go further?
My goals and just ambition. There's nothing really like that can be taught. It's something that just has to be instilled in you. So as long as you have that and you got a mentor, then you can't really lose.
How many mentors do you have?
At least six or seven. But not all of them are paid. More just mentors just in life. Show me how to just maneuver throughout the world as a black man in a society.
Do you think it's hard for black men in today's world, in today's society?
Do I think what?
It's hard for black men to move in today's society, in today's world.
Absolutely. With so many different distractions. You got women on one side, you got your homeboys on the other side, you got parties and all the other stuff on the other side. It's a lot it's a lot of distractions as a black man, just as a person, really. It's not even a black thing, really, just as a person, that you just got to maneuver through and figure out, what's really important to you and how to get there.
Going back to you've done a lot so far. So tell us a little bit about what you have done as a 20-year-old CEO.
What have I done? What I've done, I've started an Airbnb business. So I have a few Airbnbs out there in Baltimore, and I have one down here in Greensboro. What else have I done? I also have a credit consulting company. It's called Dispute Kings LLC. What they do is they fix people credit, they build people credit, also do LLC formations, and we also do business and personal funding, along with a whole bunch of other funding, such as private lending for real estate, for the real estate people out there, equipment financing, revenue-based financing, and a whole bunch of other loans and, financing that we got with, for the consumer.
So, if we wanted to start a business, you could show us how. Could we come to you and you show us how to do the processing, or how does it really go? What do we have to do in order to start a business through you, or get funding, or get anything from you?
It's really up to you in your progress, I want to say, because you can really come to me for really a one-stop shop. So I can do your LLC formation if you don't know how to do LLCs or don't want to. I can do your personal and business funding. I can build your credit profile up. I can practically do everything. And even if you want to start in certain fields like Airbnb or like a Turo space or whatever, I can help you get into that as well, because I also have knowledge on that.
No, I might take that up. That offer up. But when it came to choosing what you want to do, as in starting a business, What made you narrow down to your choices? Like, did it come from your interest in certain things? Like, what made you want to do those?
It came from I'm gonna say it came from interest. Airbnb is honestly the easiest and the quickest way to get into real estate without owning real estate. So you don't need thousands of dollars to get into real estate. You can literally just control a property simply just with a down payment on rent, furnished unit, and then you're good to go. Obviously, it's a lot more systems and a little bit more groundwork to do, but to get into real estate, it's not as hard as everybody makes it seem. So I feel like that's not a perfect business to start, but it's a solid business to start as long as with the cash flow that also provides as well.
So what made you, did you have interest in credit repair and credit in general? That's how you got into it? What made you get into that business?
Credit repair is more of a service-based business. So credit repair is not going anywhere. So it's practically just like taxes. Literally, anytime, anywhere, 90% of people have bad credit anyway, whether they know it or not. So if you can simply just be the solution to that problem, then you're good to go. You can charge or whatever because nobody knows how to do it. So that's where you kind of come in at.
Definitely. It's definitely not going anywhere, and people need to start it, as you told me before, early.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely early. So starting out, what type of losses did you endeavor as a business owner?
Losses.
And have you experienced any losses?
Plenty. Failed business ventures, bad business partners, people stealing money from you. It's been a lot. Definitely a lot of losses. I try to tell people my losses as much as I tell people my wins, because I don't want them to think that entrepreneurship or owning a business is all, fun and dandy as it may seem on Instagram. Owning a business is hard, real life work. So please don't think you about to get into it thinking it's about to be sweet and not take any losses.
Absolutely. Do you believe you've grown from your shortcomings?
I have. I've, taken them on the chin and then realized that what you could do better, because not everything is a loss. I know as cliche as that sound, some things are lessons, some things are just a loss. But as long as you're able to figure it out and not do the same mistake over again, then you're good.
Yeah. That's where people kind of hinder, where they'll usually just stop what they're doing instead of trying again. They'll just completely stop and not keep going. That's where some people just fail completely.
Yeah, you can't stop. Because, that's where the faith resides at. Because, not everything's going to work in your favor when you want it to work. Just got to keep going.
Right. So, are all the businesses that you stated your current businesses that you have and own?
Yes. Still do all of them on a daily basis. Still trying to delegate a little bit more. Delegate tasks to others so I don't have to be in the business. I can be working on the business rather than in the business.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, everything is more of a day to day.
That's so dope. That's so cool. So, where do you see yourself in the next year, 3 years, and then 5 years?
Next year, 3 years, and then 5 years.
Hard question.
Very hard question. Next year, I should be working on my first M. Third year, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Third year, how old would I be? I'll be 24, I'll be 25. Third year, I should be working on M number 5. And then, what was the last one? 5 years? 5 years, I should be settling down with you. And
they didn't know that. Yeah, we are together.
Yeah.
We are together, but welcome to the show. That's the real tea right there. But that sounds like a plan. And do you feel like you're on the track? Do you feel like you're on the track to get there now?
Absolutely. I feel like um I feel like I'm definitely on the track to get there. It's just a matter of time, and I just have to be patient enough and resilient enough to get through the hard falls that I've been going through.
Absolutely. I do absolutely see it. It's going to happen for sure. What are some important things people should start once they get to college or hit the age of 18? You started this whole process at 18. So please help our audience around this age, which is our age range. Kind of give them some tips, if you could, on what they should be doing right now.
I got too much. So, should I talk to you again? First, build your credit. That's rule number one. Because credit is so important. Because you can't get any apartment, you can't get any cars, loans, houses, anything. So without credit, that's really just the main thing. And as college students, they see us as practically guinea pigs. They want you to rack up a lot of debt, get into interest, get late payments, collections, you know what I'm saying, everything else on your credit, so you can't be able to afford, you know what I'm saying, what's out there, cars, houses. They want you to go mess up in college. So the best bet right now is to build your credit, keep it clean, and to prepare for really whatever. You don't even have to be an entrepreneur or a business owner or whatever to have credit. It's just good to have credit as a whole, because you can't do nothing without credit. They literally judge you at employment, you know what I'm saying, about your credit score. Face card is everything, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, you helped me start my credit not too long ago, and I can't say too much on what I'm doing, but it's helped me a lot to get to where I want to be, and it's something that everybody should need, and everybody should start early, because if not, then it could really hurt you later on. Absolutely could hurt you. For anything, like you said, apartment wise, or say, I know a lot of people our age now are thinking about getting houses, or I think even to buy certain stuff, like, if you found your Aggie love story or whatever the case may be, get a ring. You ain't gonna look at some of that stuff to, get certain stuff, and you can't get nowhere if you don't have anything. So.
Right. And people wait literally until they need it, you know what I'm saying, to start. And that's the worst mentality to have. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, prepare yourself for that time rather than waiting last minute and then not everything is in shambles.
Exactly. Going back to entrepreneurship, do you believe everyone should look into becoming an entrepreneur in some type of way?
No. Absolutely not. I think everybody should look into being an owner, have ownership more than anything. But being an entrepreneur should not be your main. Being an entrepreneur should not be a goal. Like, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur today because Instagram, it looks good on Instagram. That's the wrong, terrible idea to have. But to be like, okay, I'm gonna get my degree. I'm gonna work this 9 to 5, and then I'm gonna push this 9 to 5 money over to real estate. I got good credit already, so now, you know what I'm saying, you already making it work just based off of just having good credit. And again, credit is the foundation of all that. So being an entrepreneur is definitely not for everybody. I definitely don't recommend it for everybody. But just own something more. That's really the main point of this whole everything. Just own something rather than rent your whole life.
Right. Are there any last thoughts, informations, or tips that you give our audience before we close out?
Build your credit. If you don't remember me from nothing else, build your credit. That's it. That's all. Build your credit. Stack up some money. Invest in the business. Invest in real estate. Get a trust. Get a life insurance policy, and protect your family and eat off of that for the rest of your life. That's it. But not everybody knows this information, so you just gotta execute.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know a lot of people will be inspired by your journey, as well as be able to take the tips that you gave us and go with it. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. And again, thank you so much for being on our show.
No problem.
And until next time, for more Spill Tea. Thank you.